I'm here with Miss Chliyeh at LA High School, one of the halos for humanity. We've picked her especially because of the great work she's doing with the children here, impacting their lives in a positive way and therefore impacting the nation and therefore impacting the world. So, what is ICAP?
It is a program I dreamed of last year. It stands for Integrated Community Arts Pathway. And the C is the big important letter in ICAP because with every unit and not every project, but definitely every unit and every class that we do, we integrate the arts community in LA. Either they come here and work with the students, or we go out and explore their world, perhaps work with them out in their environment. So, community-based learning. It's like a pathway of 3 classes: environmental art in the 10th grade, which is mainly sculpture-based, and the term environment is broadly interpreted into film, into murals, into fashion design, into sculpture. We also have that giant mural downstairs as well.
The one around it.
Yeah. Phenomenal, right?
That is really, I thought that was professional.
It is with a community partner, but the students did half of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And in 6 weeks, I think 6 or 7 weeks, they did half of that. Yeah. But they went through the whole process of how do you create a mural? What is public art? You know, how do, start with a mural. They actually learned how to put holes in paper, the old style of doing murals, and use chalk and hit the chalk into the holes so that it actually goes up on your space, on your wall. And then those holes are your markers for your lines. So they learned how to do scale and how to do that.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing.
I think I
right?
need to take your class. Do you take students that are not high school age?
Only if you have something to collaborate.
Wow, I think I have something to collaborate. But this is amazing because this is...
So next year we'll be offering the 2 classes, environmental art and art history. 11th grade is art history and 12th grade is museum studies. Those 2 classes have the students right now are finishing the unit on wearable art, and I've got some student work over here where they have placed their logos on their clothing. Here's a logo. Then we moved on to the 60s, hence all the tie-dyeing. Here's another logo. This one's pretty good. Then within the 60s, we also had a focus on weaving and macrame, and I've got work like that. The students then went into creating their own pattern and making something. They had to literally just figure out, they could make skirt, they could make pants, and any style they wanted, but they had to figure out the pattern on their own. It was like problem solving. So I got some really amazing things out of that. This was made from a pattern that a student created.
Wow.
I know.
That's impressive.
It is. This was also made from a student,
Wow.
a pattern. And another one that I think is just phenomenal. These are really interesting. I have a student who created this hoodie out of just making his own pattern with his logo.
And the material, where did you get that material?
Oh, I had it all donated. And this is something for his family.
We put this production together for you with the help of so many people, namely Hollywood Heart, and I have Joelle here from Hollywood Heart. And of course, we cannot forget art. And I want to tell you, I'm so proud of these kids. They worked for 5 weeks. They've done a number of projects, I think at least 8 or 9, and they're really, really excited to show you what they've done today. So I hope you enjoy it. Welcome to our first ICAP fashion show. This fashion show is our wearable art unit, where us kids promote greener environment through fashion.
time in New York.
Yes. I went to art school at the Art Institute of Chicago, and I worked in fashion design for 12 years in New York, and I just felt like we needed to offer students more creative opportunities here. So ICAP was born out of a grant. We applied for a grant with the California Department of Education. We were one of 8 LAUSD schools to be selected, and we're the only one with an arts program.
Just the whole program in general. You do so many things that you really express yourself in that program, I feel. So I love it. Personally, I'm in love with it. Yeah. And we're actually taking trips to like all over the world. It's just not here in LA. So that's even more like I feel like that's what I would like to do with my life, travel a lot.